Hey you guys, I'm back again on my YouTube channel. This video response is in reply to EA. Um, I gotta say, you guys are just like taking this whole Wii U thing really serious. Okay, you don't want to develop games for Wii U. I can live with that. Okay, I have not honestly brought an EA game in years. I mean, it's been pretty much a long time. Other than Madden that my nephew plays, he goes out and borrows it off of friends. But other than that, that's the only other EA game in my house. That's actually from EA. The last EA game that I brought officially was Freakstyle in 2002, a motorcycle racer game that I brought that was pretty cool that I actually enjoyed playing and never got a sequel. But other than that, that is the only game that I have ever purchased. Okay, fast forward. There is a Twitter rage of this guy, an EA engineer. He goes by the name of, let's get his name here, Bob Somerville. Okay, guy comes on there and pretty much just says the Wii U is a piece of crap. And Nintendo is still working like they're in the 90s. His comments are just blatantly just stupid and ignorant. Let me just read you some of the comments off of this page, okay? So you guys can hear this and make your own comments on this. The Wii U is crap. Less powerful than the 360. Poor online store. Weird tablet. Nintendo is a walking dead at this point. Okay. Next comment reads, Nintendo is still operating like it's in the 90s. They should have done a Sega and offered Mario and Zelda on PS4 and Durango exclusives. Okay. Next one reads, instead they make an awful console. This just stop, just make great games. Okay. Next one reads, it's utterly intentional decision to focus on our resources on marketing, which is a matter of mobile with Gen 4. Generation 4? How is this Generation 4? This is supposed to be Generation 8, if I'm not mistaken. We just passed Gen 7 with the PS3, Wii, and 360. So what is this guy talking about? This guy's an idiot. Anyone who listens to this guy and says the Wii U doesn't have any good games is a flat out moron. Okay. Now I admit Nintendo honestly did make some mistakes here. They did make some mistakes with the Wii U, and I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna give it to you like the truth. They didn't release games like the Wonderful 101 when they promised they would release them. To be fair, they had some consoles. I mean, some games that they held back, like Deus Ex Revolution was supposed to come out May 7th, 10 days ago, and it did not release. It had a few other games. I can't really remember the names of them, but specifically, Nintendo even admitted it's having a hard time developing games. It takes extra resources and more manpower to get games done, and it takes longer, which is understandable. But hopefully they get a hang of it and they can pull this thing around so people like Bob Somerville can shut the hell up and just shove the 360 and PS3 up his butt, man. Just stop being a fanboy. You know, this guy's a complete moron, man. No Nintendo fanboy should listen to this guy and think that he is like this great person and he knows what he's talking about and everything. But this guy's comments is just stupid. Here goes one of his last comments. One more. Nintendo platforms has always been very poor revenue-wise for third parties. Only Mario and Zelda makes money. Now that is true to some degree, but Nintendo doesn't have to really have third-party games. They really survived pretty much almost 6 generations without really getting great third-party content because Nintendo fans like their first party, like Mario, Zelda, and Metroid. Those games are always gonna sell. They're always gonna sell like hotcakes. and everything else kind of gets pushed to the wayside. So third-party publishers are kind of like down. They feel like they can't make a hit on the Wii U that's serious. You know, people think that the Wii U is only for kids, and the Wii is only for kids, and Nintendo consoles are for babies. So this guy, Adam Somerville, is just kind of a blind, blatant idiot. You know, I don't like his comments that the Wii U is crap. I wouldn't necessarily agree with that at this point. The Wii U, let me remind you guys, the Wii U does have some good games on the horizon. It might be a year or two off, but they have Bayonetta 2, they have X, they have Smash Bros., which people are looking forward to. They have Zelda, they have Zelda HD, which is a remake of the GameCube classic. What else? They have The Wonderful one, Deus Ex Revolution. They have a few games that's coming out that I can think of off the top of my head that's really, really good. Lego City Undercover, that's a really great game, really nice game. It just released, I believe, February. For those of you guys that haven't picked it up, really wonderful game for Lego. My first Lego game I actually played, other than Bionicle. But other than that, it was a really nice game. But I think this level of unprofessionalism just has to just stop. And EA just seems like they're just going after Nintendo and just attacking them at every turn to just destroy their business. You know, and I think the childishness has to stop. You know, a lot of people looked at the Bayonetta 2 announcement and saw gamers really lash out at people and developers with this whole move of the game being exclusive, but now the shoe's on the other foot, and developers are actually bashing the Wii U, you know, and it's kind of like stupid. If you don't want to develop for the thing, and you say that you can't make a profit, be open and honest, like, hey, want to know what? We don't want to develop games for right now, we don't want to make the investment, okay? Just flat out, be straight up with Nintendo gamers. We'll understand, okay? We'll understand. If we really want to get a console, another console, we could just go out and buy one. You know, we could just go out and buy one and say, hey, want to know what? You know, Nintendo's making some good games, but I want to expand my horizon and get a PS4 or a 720. No one will be mad at you. No one will be mad. But this attack just seems too personal, man. It seems too personal. The bad news that's been coming up on Google searches are always been from EA. I have been typing in Wii U to find out when games are coming out for this thing here. I played my Wii U last night. I turned on my Batman, which I haven't beaten. I'm on the last part, but these attacks are coming from EA, and a lot of people say this because they didn't sign the Origin deal, and the fact that that Nintendo really didn't want to go with their online service because they didn't want to limit. And I think that's probably true to this point. You know, they're still holding a little grudge against Nintendo, some little baby grudge, which is actually stupid. You know, I just think Nintendo, EA needs to just grow up, and Nintendo should just keep doing their thing. I believe the sales will pick up after they release some games after E3. They're not going to have a press conference this year, so they're going to have which is a pretty smart idea. They're breaking tradition this year, and they're not having any major press conference at E3, but they're still going to have their games at E3 for people to play. And they're going to have Nintendo Directs doing E3. So they're closing off the market, pretty much, and they're distancing themselves from the from Sony and Microsoft to put their fans on the forefront, so they can contact one-on-one with their fans and people that might be interested in future Nintendo, which is really, really interesting. They're going to have some games on display at Best Buy that you can play during E3, games from E3 at Best Buy, which is actually a smart business move on their part. Thumbs up to them for doing that. But the game industry is just collapsing on itself. It's just a disgustingness of petty comments like this. I would never be able to imagine things like this when I was growing up, playing my Sega Genesis and my NES. Those are the very first consoles that I have played. Okay, to this day, I will still play Sonic. To this day, I will still play Mario. To this day, I will still play Uncharted on the PS3. To this day, I'll probably still play Halo. I'll probably damn sure play Gears of War. But this whole thing with this stupid console war and who has the most power and just like backbiting, company versus company, billionaire versus billionaire. It's just stupid, man. The people decide which games they pretty much want to play, you know. Um, that's pretty much all I wanted to make the point of. This guy, Bob Somerville, whatever his name is, just needs to just get a life. I'm gonna tell you now, flat out. Like you said, the Wii U is crap. You need to just get a life. Just get a life, dude. Just get a life. EA at this point doesn't find any way they can make money off the Wii U without downgrading ports to bring it over to the Wii U, which they supposedly say can't run Frozen Byte Engine 3 when the same engine that's running Crysis 3 is going to be on the Wii U, but it's going to be a different game called Shadow of the Eternals, which is actually using CryEngine 3. And the EA came out and said, oh, that the CryEngine 3 cannot run on the Wii U, but it's clearly running on the Wii U, so that shows them off as liars. That's pretty much it for now. Bye.